Good morning. Thanks, Stuart and Jackson and the team for hosting the conference. We've had some great conversations with investors already this week. The timing couldn't be better for us or our investors, and there is plenty happening at Green and Gold. Please take note of the disclaimer. It is important context for what we say. Green and Gold Minerals is newly listed. We listed in October last year. Our code is GG1, and we have a dense and fresh project pipeline. Some prospects never before brought to market, and most undrilled for 45 years. Our projects are located in northeast Queensland, which is a great jurisdiction, as we know. And there's plenty of government support, especially for critical minerals up there. There's also huge prospectivity, as you will find out during the talk. We are focused on the conductor metals, copper, silver and tin in Herberton, and in gold and silver at Chillagoe, the right commodities for the next 3 years and beyond. Our value is underwritten with an existing 32,000 ounces of inferred gold resource at Mount Wandoo, which is on granted mining leases, and only 12 kilometres away from a processing plant. We have a fantastic team with the precise skills needed to maximise the exploration dollar. And we are drilling. We have a great board to ensure the shareholders' interests are well looked after. The directors are also large shareholders. Ted Bolton is a mining engineer. I believe every exploration company needs a mining engineer on the board for 2 reasons. 1, to quickly and cheaply identify value opportunities overlooked by others and on your own ground. And 2, to ensure there is focus on the economic potential on what you are doing. I'm an exploration geologist with over 25 years industry experience, and Tony Bellis is known to many Queenslanders and is the current chair of one of Queensland's energy producers, CS Energy. He brings safe hands and good governance. These are the must-haves. We have this, no more and no less. With such a specifically focused team, we can run lean and with low overheads ensure your investment dollars go into the ground where they've got the best chance to generate returns. That's the way we operate. And other important things to remember from this slide are we have $3 million in the bank, giving us the exploration runway to make discoveries and increase the value this year. Our market cap is $10 million. GG1 is good value at these prices. I do a lot of podcasts and interviews, and what keeps coming up is that if these projects were in WA, the valuations would be higher, and if these projects were in WA, a small company would be unable to secure such prospective tenements. With drilling underway, we may not stay at these levels for long. So the Herberton region, the Herberton conductor metals, as we like to call them, I'll get straight into the good stuff. We acquired this project only 2 months ago. This new ground has targets galore. It is target rich with untapped potential, and for me, this is really energising. I've just got back from there. It's a great place with outcropping mineralisation kind of everywhere you look. It's wedged between 2 mineralising systems, the Emuford granite to the south, which is responsible for much of the tin mineralisation in the area, and the Boonmoo caldera to the north, which Iltani ascribed the source of their recent discovery, Orient, which is only 5 to 10 kilometres away to the northeast. There's also plenty of evidence of multiple phases of intrusions in the magnetic data, which is very encouraging when exploring for intrusion-related systems. The red polygons on the map, they're previously recognised mineralisation, none of which have been drilled for 45 years. We're only just getting into it, remember, 2 months in. So far, we've got to Mount Gossan in Siberia, a 5 kilometre long copper and tin anomaly at the base there, running east-west, with extensive historical workings along a very consistent outcropping vein structure. And we've also got to Copper Hills up in the northwest there, where we are currently drilling. We still have prospecting to go at the extensive Elizabeth Bluff line with Gossan and vein mineralisation over another 5 kilometres. Plenty of mineralisation. What we are looking for is a set of standalone copper, silver and tin deposits, probably around 10 million tonnes or more of high-value ore that is capable of development, and we think we can get it in this ground. Mount Gossan. So this is the most exciting target we've uncovered so far. For those that don't know, a Gossan is the result of sulphide mineralisation being weathered at surface. The old-timers called this peak Mount Gossan. It is appropriate. It's also a large breccia with sulphide infill and potential for significant tonnage. The surface expression is about 150 by 100 metres. We are getting significant rock chips from this peak, including 16% tin, 700 indium. Indium's used in your touch screens, and that's very high. 1.2 gold, where did that come from? And 3 ounces of silver. So fantastic set of elements in this Mount Gossan anomaly. It's a significant tin and copper in soil anomaly, very consistent over that 5 kilometres. We get consistent copper and silver and tin mineralisation in the historic drilling of the vein, which is offset from the main Gossan. 3 metres at nearly 2% copper, 1.5 ounces of silver, and what Ted likes to call a handy amount of tin. Tin's about 4 times the price of copper at the moment, so 0.5% of tin is equivalent to 2% copper. So again, high value ore. And there's some fantastic old workings that you can see in the slide there. I don't go in those. The best bit about Mount Gossan is there is absolutely zero drilling into the breccia and the Gossan that forms the top of the hill. We're clearing pads now. We want to go underneath it and underneath the peak geochemical anomaly, which is the top of the hill. If you get nothing else from today, know that we are drilling a rip-roaring copper, silver, tin target, and we're drilling it soon. It is outcropping and has never been drilled before. We will drill it as soon as we can get access, and we expect that in a few weeks. Stay tuned on that one. The Siberia lode outcrops for over 5 kilometres, as I mentioned before, and therefore has significant scale potential as well. 2 veins are mapped with spectacular rock chip results again, 13% copper, nearly 200 grams per tonne silver, 6% tin, indium and gold. This 600 metre section here shows consistent results in drilling with a best intercept of 8 metres at 2.5% copper, more than 1 ounce silver, and again a handy amount of tin. The early work has only really just tested the main structure along here. It gets very consistent results. But for us, our plan is to test for repeats of the structure and extend the mineralisation down dip. Given that the structure is 5 kilometres long, we also expect it to have significant depth extent as well. If we can replicate the earlier grades down dip, there's significant size potential in the several million tonnes range of high value ore, as I've been explaining. We are really excited to uncover what that structure contains as well. Again, it hasn't been drilled for 45 years. And another one of our prospects, Copper Hills, located in the northwest of the tenement package, is the largest copper producer in the area, larger than the ones I've just discussed. It is our first of our high priority targets that we managed to get access to. It's quite rugged there, takes a little bit of time. We've only had 2 months. And we are drilling now to a series of copper, silver and zinc veins with a combined strike over 700 metres. And there's also a second prospect out to the west. Again, significant drilling in historic drilling, more than 45 years ago. 4 metres at 130 grams silver, 1.3 copper, 4.3 zinc. And another one of a 10 metre intersection with similar grades. This is high value ore over extensive areas. Our recent prospecting results also show that there's significant indium in the system, which we've added to the historic work, as well as some bonanza grades of silver, 2,000 grams per tonne. Yes, 2,000. We'll be looking to replicate those results and also add indium to the mix when we receive our drill results, which should be in 4 to 6 weeks. So there's just a taste of the prospects that we're uncovering. Now, you may ask, how can it be that some of these great targets are untested? So let me walk you through it. Up in this region, it is underexplored. Small mining leases held back systematic exploration until the 2000s. Herbertson had more small leases than any other area in Queensland. This persisted until the 1989 Mining Act update. It took 20 years until the area was free from those legacy leases, and you can just see in the black just how they sort of cover all the best bits. It's just sterilised it. The upshot here, even lately, delays granting tenements held back the area. These tenements were under competitive application. It took 6 years to grant. Anyway, the upshot is limited drilling over rip-roaring targets, undrilled for 45 years, and now the opportunity is here. We've brought them to market for you all to benefit. So the dam has broken and exploration is picking up in the region. Iltani and Dover Castle are the first movers. They've both defined high tonnage resources, drilling in historic mining areas. Iltani were at this conference a couple of years ago, Jackson tells me, Stewie, they're at about 5 cents. They are now at 40 cents. We aim to do it bigger and better, and this time with copper in the mix. That's the opportunity. The Herbertson mineral field is a zoned field with a distinct tin and tungsten zone, but we are in the copper and silver zone, right where you want to be. So I won't dwell on this because I think we all get the picture. The current global trends all favour the conductor metals. This is a revolution. AI token usage is stratospheric. Growth plans have slowed because computing hardware can't keep up. That means more copper, silver and tin demand. Copper is the wires, tin and silver are the solder. Now, before I sum up, I just wanted to talk about our Chillagoe project. The Chillagoe Gold Project is only 85 kilometres up the road from our Herbertson Conductor Metals project. It underwrites the value of our company. Here we have 32,000 ounces of gold and 380,000 ounces of silver on granted mining lease, only 12 kilometres from a modern processing facility. We've tested the ore through that mill and it works in the current configuration. The Mount Wandoo intrusion-related system is the obvious starter pit to restart that Mungana mill, which now has new owners and are looking to do something with it. Our next step here is to complete our modelling and deliver a mining study and a mill option. The real ace up our sleeve, however, is ore sorting, which is spectacularly successful on the Wandoo ore. It really enables the economics of the project. Results show we can upgrade the ore by 8 times without significant losses in recovery, which brings a 1.1 gram deposit to closer to 10 grams a tonne gold if you're trucking and processing it. So the next steps for us is plenty happening. Results from Copper Hills and Chillagoe drilling in the next 4 to 6 weeks. The Mount Gossan drilling should start soon. Prospecting to continue at Elizabeth Bluffs and other historic copper and silver mining areas. We've got studies on Mount Wandoo development progressing, and we've got copper, silver and tin demand accelerating because of the AI revolution. So in summary, Green and Gold is exploiting the significant untapped potential of northeast Queensland with fresh projects not offered to the market for decades, and a suite of rich targets that haven't been drilled for 45 years, and in Mount Gossan's case, never. News flow will continue to be rich with drilling and prospecting results, And we have a dedicated and skilled team with the right skills, no more and no less, to make the exploration dollar go further. The conductor metals are the right commodities for us to build value in the company over the next 2 to 3 years and beyond. And we are fully funded to unlock the potential of these assets with exploration over the next 12 months, and I invite you to come on board. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.